Hi, my name is Janie Hopwood, and I am here at the Hare bookstore and the coffee shop, the Blarney Cup, and I am going to read to you. I am your designated reader today, and I am going to read to you from the Diary of Mimosa Creek by E.M.Knowles. This is the Monday before dawn, July the 8th, 1861. How horrible and vexing last night turned out to be. After a beautiful meal with lovely company, I was cleaning up to go to bed when I heard what sounded like either an old woman after a fall or a cat. The sound seemed to come from out back, and so, being a decent human sort, I went out to investigate. There was nothing there, and I gathered a storm must be approaching, for the wind was high and there was a spark in the air. No sooner had I reached for the doorknob, I heard the latch click. I quickly ran to the front, avoiding the slave houses, as I did not wish Mama Justine to see me in such a state, and I bounded into the front door, which I left unlocked. That door, too, was locked when I arrived, and with a great thud slammed myself into the door, resulting in a most unwelcome of neck pains. I decided against walking down to one of the houses for assistance, as I was dressed in an unfortunate way, and proceeded to hoist myself up and onto the window, which I always leave a little open to cool it at night after cooking. I know that the natural reaction would have been to be frightened, but as I write it now, as clear as the moment it happened, I was mad as bees. I lifted up a meat tenderizing mallet and stormed through the house, checking room for any unfortunate fool to cross my path. After I found no one, I took to double-checking the locks in case the villain or prankster, damn fool on either account, felt the need to return. With all the windows and doors latched from the inside, I finally went to bed. Whether I slept or not is a mystery, but with a start I heard someone rather gently tapping on my bedroom window. It was not unlike when I was younger, back in Baltimore, when Duncan was small enough to admit frights from bad dreams. He would tap softly in that way, a bit apologetic and a bit horrified. It didn't sound offensive, but all the same, I'm alone in this house. There should be no hands knocking on any doors, much less my own bedroom. I opened the door after pulling on my robe, and there was no one to be seen. I heard no one leave from behind my door, and not knowing what to do, I shut it again and leaned my back against it, confused. After standing there for quite a time with my head against the door listening, a sudden and horrible bash occurred along with what I could only describe as a bark or a yell at the door opposite the side to which my head was resting. I screamed and leapt away, but then realized again I heard no footfalls leading away from the door. I closed my robe in tightly around myself and quickly swung the door open, witnessing again no one. While walking down the stairs to look at the house, I heard what sounded like running up the stairs past me. With a little more provocation, I darted out the front door and spent the night in the traveler's room. Some horrible wild animal is surely having a laugh at my expense. I have narrowed down the culprits to either a bobcat or a possum. You need to get this to find out what's actually going on in the house.